Hi guys! Welcome to this new video. I'm going to be talking about the making of this trumpet skirt. If you can't see, I'm going to jump, but basically the making of it was pretty okay. Like I have not much complaints, I would say. I really like the pattern. I used a Truly Victorian TVE21 that I bought from Patterns of Time on Etsy because the shipping to Singapore for the Truly Victorian website is astronomical. So I got it from Patterns of Time instead, and it took maybe like 2 weeks. 3 weeks of shipping maybe, which I mean, to be honest, for the time and day, the pandemic that we are kind of still facing now, I think it's alright. So yeah, I found the pattern like pretty easy to follow. There was not much things that was unclear, and I also like the sort of the fashion plates that were in it as well. Yeah, overall I don't have much complaints with the making of this dress. I did actually find that I finished everything pretty well, including the hooks and bars, even though there is technically I still need to put in one more bar because the skirt ended up being a little bit too loose, so I just had to put in an extra set of hooks and bars. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty happy with the skirt that I have, and yeah, if you would like to see the process of the making of the skirt, please stay on it. Also, just to give it this bit of a disclaimer, the first clip that we will see after this, I had to cut down a lot because I wasn't very coherent. So yeah, the editing might be a bit choppy because I really do say quite a lot, and also I kept like doing like the nose thing because I was like having a bit of like sinus in the morning. So yeah. Okay, just another like editing stuffy commentary. I actually did end up shortening the pattern quite a lot because I'm short. I am 5'1", and the original pattern pieces came all the way until like here. They were like 30 cm longer, I think. And basically what I did was, because I still wanted a train, so I cut from here, like the middle part, and then I redrew them. So this is like, I think this is supposed to be cut D, yeah, so this is D, so this is the important like pleat side, and so basically I just kind of moved, like cut from the middle part and then moved everything up so that I still had some sort of train. I think it worked really well, but I'm not really sure actually how well the pleats are, because if you can see from the photos, it's quite puffy at the back, which I actually like, but I'm not actually sure whether that was supposed to be that way. So yeah, you will probably have to alter the pattern if you're like maybe below. I think maybe if you want it floor length, it's fine, but I don't want it floor length because I didn't want to, you know, sweep up germs and stuff. So yes. No, I've been watching quite a lot. I watched Three Musketeers. There's this one song called Wo ist der Sommer? Wo ist der Sommer? Which, you know, means where is the summer? That obviously Pia's character sings. I love that song so much. I cannot find it on Spotify, which is very infuriating. But it is a wonderful song, and I will put a link down below if you would like to hear it. The other one that I watched, that Pia did as well, it's called Ein wenig Farber, which means a touch of color, which is very, very intense. So Pia's character's name is Helena, who used to be known as Klaus. So she is so the play starts as the night before her gender transition surgery. She basically plays a variety of, I mean, she plays herself, but she also plays like you know, the psychiatrist, her wife, because then she just like puts on like a scarf or a pair of glasses to kind of symbolize that transition into a new character. And I think, you know, I mean these kind of like one actor shows require a tremendous amount of skill and talent, and I think she has all of that. And also it's a musical, so she sings. Hello. So I've now completed the skirt, both skirts, so the lining and the actual fashion fabric, and I just have to sew them together now, but I think I'll do that later in the evening when it's not so hot, because I need to bring it up to the living room to pin it together, because there's not much space in my room. It's not that big. And I think I forgot to explain what I'm actually doing. I'm actually doing this Truly Victorian E21 1903 trumpet skirt, and to be honest, I know there's two variations, but I'm not really sure which variation I'm doing. And also I really like these like little photos here, and I think I might copy the braiding pattern on most of them. I have to go buy braid later because I want to use it as the hem decoration on the hem. So yeah, I'm glad. Honestly, I could have taken way less time to make these skirts. Probably if I just sat down and did it, it probably would have been like an hour at most. But I've honestly been like procrastinating a lot. I don't know why. Just happens sometimes. I think I'm like just tired. Before I go for my walk, I thought I'd show you what I got from Spotlight. Spotlight's like Joann's, I think, if you're from the US. Total is like $100 because this is 15 meters of braid. I was afraid that I not have enough, so I just kind of passed the lady the roll of braid and said that, can you just give me everything, because I figured that it would at least, like, I would rather have more than have less. And then this is 3 meters of this, like, this is really pretty, and I would have wanted to get more of this, but that's all they had. And I don't know whether you can see it, but I also got invisible thread to sew the braid on. Hello, it's like maybe 2 AM. I'm going to sleep, but I thought I'd update you on, I guess, the lack of progress. I didn't do much today, really. What I did was basically just kind of figure out the situation with the back pleats. I feel like it's actually really similar to the walking skirt that I've kind of done like a million times. And I also trimmed like the bottom such that you know, it's kind of even, like the lining and stuff like that. And tomorrow or whenever, I will sew the back pleats. And also just sew the skirt together. I'm taking 6 cm from both sides to create kind of pleat in itself, I guess. And I thought I'd show you this as well. It's my mom's birthday on Sunday. And so she really likes Hokusai, which is a Japanese artist who did the very famous The Great Wave of Kanazawa. I think that's what it's called. And he did, I think, 30 views of Mount Fuji. I think I might be wrong, but here there are only 6, I think. Yeah, so one side, and I've done more simplified version of painting. Yeah, and I might add maybe a few like miniature figurines somewhere, but we'll see. Yeah, so I glued the base together, so like I'm truly trying to like gingerly hold it such that it doesn't fall. But yeah, that's what I've done today, which is not much. Hello, I have once again not done very much today. I'm still like halfway sewing, so I'm going to sew this waistband on first, and then I'm going to do like a more decorative one over that, because I think that if I use satin it's going to like rip, and that's not a great idea. And even though I've not hemmed the bottom yet, I am kind of testing out how I want the decorative pattern to be, and I think this is probably going to be what I want. Yeah, I really like this a lot. I think it's quite pretty. I just need to figure out the spacing and also hem it. Basically what I'm doing now is that I'm folding, so this is the lining, this is the fashion fabric, and this is horsehair braid, and so I am just kind of folding the lining into itself, so that I'm not the lining, the fashion fabric into this, such that the horsehair braid is secured inside and there is no raw fashion fabric or raw lining appearing, because something that always used to happen when I did these skirts was, because the back is so long, or like the skirt in general is so long, is that when I wore heels I had a tendency to just step right into it and kind of just pull it, and I'm hoping that maybe this will stop me from doing that, because it gets really annoying after a while when your heel gets stuck in your hem. Hello, Strax. Hello. Paw? Good boy. So, basically what I've done here, these ones are done. I've just made a little braid thing. I am using this invisible thread, which is actually really invisible. It looks like hair. But yeah, usually I'll just, what I did was I pinned it and then I sew it slowly. It's going to take a while, probably a few days, because it took me maybe like an hour. Hey! So I've just pinned the belt on and I don't really like it. I don't know, man. I feel like it's too black. I don't know. And I also feel like it's too big. So I did a little bit of hand sewing. You can see like these small stitches and just sewed the waistband down, so that is done. The inside looks like this. I also stitched the, this is selvage, and so I decided I didn't have to fold it in. You can kind of see the stitches inside, and I've kind of figured out the closure situation. I'm just going to sew this together, and then I'm going to put hooks and bars on here. I'm going to go get hooks and bars tape later on, because I am too lazy to figure out the closure situation. And then meanwhile, I'm going to figure out whether I want to put more gold braid outside, like here. I'll insert a photo of the test. This is gonna sound really funny, but I feel like the only reason why I'm a bit hesitant is because I feel like it already looks very like costumey, and I want to wear this in daily life, and I don't know like whether or not adding more of the gold braid is going to make it even more costumey. So hi guys, the skirt is actually done. I am sorry I did not film a lot of it. I tend to not film towards the end of the project because it's really just like adding hooks, like closures and stuff like that. So I just kind of sewed the waistband down, you can see, like that, and then I used hook and eye tape because I was really too lazy. Yeah, and then I sewed two hooks and bars, so two sets of hooks and bars. So I'm actually pretty happy with how the inside looks, because usually the inside of my like clothes looks absolutely terrible. And like honestly, if you look at this and think that this is terrible, like you have no idea how bad some of them look on the inside, because like all the seams are pretty neat. Like this is the hem, there's not much of stuff peeking through, you know, all the edges are like somewhat complete. So because of how like voluminous the skirt is, the hooks and bars actually face on the inside. So what I do is I actually okay, where is this thing? I'm going to take so much time doing this because it's always a thing when the camera starts rolling, when suddenly you forgot how to do like basic human activities. But yeah, every time I finish something, I always have this sudden feeling of like, oh, now there's nothing to do, even though I have a very long list of like to-dos. And actually I have to cut, I'm going to call one of my friends tonight, and then I'm going to cut the fabric for my next project, which will be obviously in the next vlog. I think that will come out after COVID, because I don't want to like jam up the schedule as well. Yeah, so it kind of is like that. This is the hook and bar tape. You can kind of see the white a little bit, but because of the thing, the waistband that goes over, it actually just kind of ruches it, like folds it inward, so it kind of looks like things that, it looks like that Reddit where like about stuff that unintentionally look like vaginas. I think it's because of the fold. But yeah, the waistband is, I like it, it's pretty good. And yeah, that is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I also took a few photos that I will put around here. The photo shoot was so hot that day that we went, and also because I wore this, but I also wore like the shoulder puffs, so I think that made it hotter. And also I was like, towards the end you could see like the photos kind of, I looked very tense, and also I was getting a very bad migraine that I ended up having for like 3 days after. So yeah, that was really fun. But overall it was fun. And the photos I will take my mom. My mom's like a lovely photographer. She has a really good eye, which probably is the reason why I'm so artistic, because she is really artistic as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and yeah, I will have a new one probably after, new video after COVID probably. So see ya.